Next on Red Apple 21, ride along on the spaceship HMS Holmes and see how the middle school concept is being implemented at one of Fairfax County's first middle schools. We'll show you how the faculty at Holmes Middle School uses the teaming approach to offer a more efficient and effective method of instruction. How students are taught civic responsibilities by participating in a variety of outreach programs, and see how a partnership with Virginia State University benefits both schools. Join us at Holmes Middle School as we find out how a dedicated staff combines with supportive parents to help these students make the difficult transition from childhood to adolescence. Next on Profile. These students are on a very difficult yet exciting journey. They are leaving childhood behind and entering adolescence. Fortunately, they do not have to make this trip alone. They are students at Holmes Middle School, where the staff is helping to guide them through this passage. Named for the writer Oliver Wendell Holmes, the school was known for nearly 30 years as Holmes Intermediate School. This year, it began anew as Holmes Middle School, one of only 3 middle schools in Fairfax County. Located in Annandale near the intersection of Route 236 and Braddock Road, the school is home to a diverse group of students.
Holmes is a diversely populated student body of about 721 students, 6th through 8th grade. We enjoy our population. We have physically disabled students, a center here, who are fully mainstreamed throughout our activity and academic program. We also have learning disabled students, English as a second language students, and they are all served, their needs are met here through the academic as well as the activity program.
The staff at Holmes has high expectations for all students, which are reflected in the school's mission statement. Developed by staff members and parents, the mission statement reads, Holmes Middle School is anchored in the belief that students in transition from the elementary to the high school require a school focus which encourages and nurtures their educational, emotional, physical, and social development. The curriculum is organized to maximize individual growth, academic skills, and to provide optimum opportunities for exploration of related and extracurricular activities. To accomplish this mission and ease the transition into the middle school concept, Principal Vera Blake developed the idea of the spaceship HMS Holmes.
We all are about to embark upon a major exploratory journey that's going to have significant impact upon Fairfax County middle schools. We're very excited about this, and we can't wait to begin. And so when teachers returned in August, we talked about our Holmes spaceship. We talked about the components of a journey of this nature, one being that you have to have a very strong and talented crew. And that crew is well prepared. That crew is very excited about the journey. That crew is very organized and have done all the things necessary to make the journey a success. Now, our passengers are the students, and those students are going to be participatory passengers. Our passengers are not allowed to just sit back and enjoy the journey. They have to work and earn their way through this process.
The middle school concept is new to Fairfax County. The Virginia State Department of Education has mandated that by 1997, all 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students, regardless of where they are housed, will be taught using the middle school concept. The middle school philosophy has many components. Students should be able to work in small groups and participate in hands-on activities that show a relevance to their lives. All of these separate goals are accomplished through teaming.
The middle school is different from the junior high and the intermediate model by several ways. At the heart of it is the teaming process, which is where we have, at the 7th and 8th grade level, at this school, we have 4 teacher teams, and at the 6th grade level, we have 3 teacher teams. And each team also includes a learning specialist for children with learning problems. Now, the teams work collaboratively together to share information about students that they have in common. And that is the heart of the middle school, because each child's individual needs are better addressed when there are more than one adult addressing those needs.
Okay, Kay, what do you have about kids?
Some of the kids that you had asked me about, and I said I would call, I'm still in process, so I would rather not talk about that today. We'll get back to that when I've contacted parents. But two things I wanted to share. One is I'm going into Nancy Lee's classes tomorrow.
The teams include all of the core subjects: English, math, science, and history. One team consists of the same group of students that rotate through these core classes. This way, the students have a sense of belonging to a group, and the teachers are better able to get to know their students. During planning periods, the teachers on the teams meet to plan instruction, discuss any problems students may be having, and decide on ways to recognize and reinforce their students' successes.
During the team planning period, the 4 core teachers and also the other teachers who are non-core teachers who are associated with our team get together. We go through an agenda in which we tackle problems such as students who need extra help, students who need remediation. We also discuss things that are administratively dealt to us, such as our remediation plan, and we also talk about conferencing with parents, conferencing with students, and we also discuss ways in which we can recognize our students, such as through team celebrations, awards, and we also talk about what we're doing in our individual class so as to help meld what we're doing and give more of an interdisciplinary mix to what we're trying to accomplish.
The other thing I collected a few more progress reports yesterday. Okay, who do you have? Okay, Sean. All right, this one here, let's see. This one is Mrs. Dills needs to contact. Okay, so that'll be up to you to get in touch with that parent. And the other 2 are okay. I'll just leave them so you can get them.
The teams work to provide students with meaningful hands-on activities that show an interconnection between subjects. In this 7th grade history class, students learned about the industrialization of America by comparing the efficiency of assembly line production to individual manufacturing.
And what we're going to do today is we're going to have 3 groups that will work on the assembly line, and then we're going to have a few people work individually, and we're going to see who can turn out the most of the product that we're going to be making. Okay, so first person is the raw material person is going to come and put 5 cookies right here.
The middle school is a time where we can give them a lot of things that are hands-on types of activities, where they can work in teams, where they can incorporate knowledge that they have acquired up to now, rather than teaching them as if they were high school students.
So who made the most cookies? Okay, well, but I mean the manufacturing people made the most cookies. So which do you think is the most effective way of making a product like this?
The assembly line.
The assembly line.
We're going to do the scene where Anne is stealing Peter's shoes because she's all hyper and everything. And we're going to be doing it in prehistoric times.
This is an interesting age group, 6th through 8th graders. But the idea behind the middle school is that we are not here as if we were a high school. We are here more as a school that is there to take care of the needs of this age group, which is a unique age group.
This unique age group has unique needs, so the teaming process enables the school staff to provide services more efficiently. From counseling to creating an atmosphere for success, the middle school concept has many advantages.
One of the biggest advantages I think that I see is that in interdisciplinary teaming, the teaming allows for consistent and coordinated expectations for achievement, for quality and quantity of the work, for the evaluation of student performance and behavior in each class with each teacher. It also is an excellent means of providing a forum for goal setting, for achievement, for feedback that is essential in the instructional process. And it provides a place for belonging and identity for kids as well as teachers.
The team concept extends to the entire school. Teachers who do not teach the core subjects are members of a team too.
Well, part of the whole middle school concept is to teach the total child, so not just the English, science, math, and history. So I'm a team leader for the Sparkler team, which is the related arts, and that's the physical education, teen living, shop, subjects like that. So it's important for the middle school student to have access to those electives also, and not just their core subjects.
We are the teachers that teach the students the other subject other than the core subjects. We like to think of these as courses that really are so important for the students later in life. The core courses naturally are very important, but we like to think of these as building a well-rounded student.
The unique thing about it is the students. They make up the cluster. The students are most important. Without the excellent participation from the students in all the activities that we do, including drama, music, chorus, and the electives, and then we have an excellent staff.
Many of the related arts courses are offered as electives. For sixth graders, the idea of electives is a new concept and a very important one to offer. Part of the middle school philosophy is to offer students the chance to experience many different things. Students at this age develop new interests, and a wide range of elective offerings helps them to discover and explore new areas.
Well, I feel it's very important for the sixth grade student to be able to experience many things, and they are trying to find what they like, and experiencing these things at this age is a good way for them to get into the middle school or into the junior high age. In sixth grade general music, we are following the county's POS of general music just as they have been doing. Plus we have recorder and bells and learning music through that. And plus they have the opportunity to be in band and orchestra and in chorus.
It is not necessary to bring sixth graders into an intermediate school in order to implement the middle school method of instruction. However, sixth grade students at Holmes have joined the student body from various elementary schools in the Annandale Pyramid. The inclusion of sixth graders into the Holmes community has meant some changes.
Our sixth grade has had us to make some very special changes. We've had to examine our curriculum offerings, examine our programs, examine our own skills to improve instruction for all students. We've had to make some modifications for the building, the physical plant. We've made modifications in our master schedule and things like that to accommodate the special needs that come along with sixth grade, but also to accommodate the middle school philosophy.
Correct. So today's lab, we're going to be using the microwaves. And right now, we're going to have our four helpers. They're going to come up here and we're going to talk a little bit about using the microwave, but they're also going to learn how to program the microwave.
The electives available to sixth graders include this teen living course, formerly known as home economics, a technology education course, foreign languages, and music courses. In addition to the academic growth through electives, students at Holmes also grow personally as they become involved in activities that allow them to help others. Principal Vera Blake believes that it is important to develop students who are socially responsible. One of the ways Holmes accomplishes this is with the HCA.
HCA stands for Helping Caring Associates, and it's a student leadership group here at Holmes that's sponsored by the school team. And their primary purpose is to help students make positive choices and say no to negative behaviors. And these students are recommended by their teachers and the staff. Some of them are recommended by their parents, and some of them recommended themselves. And they're selected to be in groups, and they have various projects. One of the projects is community service. One of the projects is the Power Team, where they receive training and they go into elementary schools and work with fourth graders and help them to make positive choices.
The Power Team, I guess the meeting was about we getting up in front of fourth graders and talking to them about drugs and what's bad about it. And I guess you do little skits and sort of things, and you bring it down to a fourth grade level so that they'll understand.
Another function of the Helping Caring Associates is the student mediation program.
Mediation is simply an opportunity for students who are in conflict with one another to have an opportunity to settle the dispute in a structured and organized fashion. We call those persons who are in conflict disputants, and we have 2 student mediators who will allow them the opportunity to talk it over and resolve whatever might be the issue at the time.
If you don't think you can solve the problem here and you don't like it, you can go to an adult or administrator.
Okay, can we just get going?
Yeah. Okay, I'm Elizabeth and this is...
My name's Stuart.
Do you both want to solve the problem?
I do.
In an after-school meeting of HCA, students on the mediation team practice solving conflicts. With other team members playing the role of disputants, the students work on techniques that will help them deal with real-life situations.
Maybe if Angela is sure that you're saying exactly everything that she's trying to get across, she won't be so difficult to deal with. Maybe she'll stop interrupting. That's your hope, right? That you really present her side of the story and she's satisfied with the way you do it. And then, Stuart, it's going to be important for you to rephrase everything that Andrea says. And give lots of pauses to say, did I include everything here, so they can get it in then instead of interrupting later on.
Just one question.
The students learn skills that allow them to handle conflict in a positive way and help the disputants work toward resolving their problems.
Get the story out there.
Angela, tell me what you think happened.
It's what I know happened.
Well, what do you think? What do you know happened?
All right. See, I had this book, right, a notebook that I was sharing with another person, which she had no business looking.
First of all, we are in a setting where junior high school, you constantly have little frictions that are really not things that need to be dealt with by the administration as such, but there are a lot of little he said, she said opportunities where kids really spend the whole day being concerned about, and they lose a lot of instruction time concentrating on those things. So we thought that through empowering kids, showing them, giving them leadership skills, training them to work with problems, we could have the kids act as support systems and to help us eliminate some of these minor problems. And it also gives kids the opportunity to be leaders and to be involved in school.
Can I see something though?
The whole school tries to get involved in community projects. One of the 7th grade teams, the Explorers, have been involved in an activity that lets them help less fortunate people.
The students for the last 2 weeks have been collecting items to donate to a homeless shelter called the Community of Hope Shelter in Washington. The Community of Hope Shelter houses 18 families that consists mostly of women and children, and they place them into temporary placement. What the children have been doing has been to collect all kinds of items on a list for the purposes of donation to this shelter. The children have brought in clothing, health items, all kinds of toys, books, things for the families, and winter coats, things like that, to help them, get settled when they're placed into their new homes.
Got a busy day today. We do have the sale in the cafeteria. We're only going to be going into B and C lunch today. And any of you that are in that lunch period, and if you would like to come up to help, I'd be more than happy to have that help.
Another part of the middle school concept is showing students the interconnection between what they are studying and how it is relative to their lives. One program is designed to provide vocational training and simulate the work world. It is called Work Awareness and Transition.
It's at the 7th and 8th grade level a pre-vocational program which enables students to become familiar with the world of work. In the program, we simulate a work environment, and they have to do things like punch a time clock, check their work assignment, which is posted. They actually get paid with points and can buy real things at the end of the week with the points that they earn. Okay, we have most of our orders filled, and the people came to pick up those bows yesterday without your finishing them. So we don't have those to do anymore. I do have some wreaths that need to be finished. You were going to put a bow on the big one?
Yeah.
Initially, the program was a special education program. It is an elective class now in which many of the WAT instructors take mainstream students, ESL students, students with many different kinds of needs and backgrounds. The purpose is to provide work awareness, career exploration, and specifically to help students develop appropriate work behaviors so that they can be successful either in a vocational training situation as they go on to high school or actually in a job.
What I'm doing here is putting the price tags on everything, and we're going to have our sale tomorrow in the lunchroom for all periods A, B, and C lunch. And hopefully we'll get all this out. We'll sell everything.
I think first and foremost, the students benefit by a very improved self-image. Because it is a relatively non-academic class, even students that have academic problems can be successful. Many students find that they have talents that they never realized they had in the way of art or organization or whatever it might be. And I think that many students really like the program because they can be successful and feel good about themselves.
Okay, now we have to figure out how many pieces of wrapping paper we need.
Providing opportunities for success is a key ingredient in middle school, and this applies to all students at Holmes. In the program for physically disabled students, mainstreaming into classes and activities where possible has reduced the isolation sometimes felt by these students.
The program for students with physical disabilities here at Holmes is located here to begin with because it's a physically accessible school, which means it's all on one floor. And many of our students, we have 11 here at Holmes, are in wheelchairs or require some type of a walker to move. The program is comprised of a self-contained segment and students that are also mainstreamed. We have 8 students that are self-contained, and there are 2 teachers. And the 3 students that are mainstreamed are in the regular education classes all day.
All physically disabled students are members of a team at Holmes, and all are mainstreamed into certain elective classes, such as music and teen living. This beneficial side effect of the middle school concept has reduced the isolation of both students and teachers in the physically disabled program. Melding all students into the mainstream is important to the staff at Holmes. Even students in the school's English as a Second Language program are mainstreamed as much as possible in all aspects of school life.
ESL students are just like they're mainstreamed throughout the entire academic and activity program like all other students. They do not stand out here as being different or unusual because every child is recognized as being unique and special.
Reaching out and collaborating with each other to the benefit of all parties is not unusual for Holmes. They have a partnership with Virginia State University that is mutually beneficial for both schools.
Basically, the notion is that there will be mutual experiences between schools such as Holmes and Virginia State that will allow each to benefit from the interaction that would occur between faculty and so forth at an institution like Virginia State and the faculty and students at institutions such as Holmes Middle School.
The partnership with VSU has been in place since 1989. However, the change to a middle school provided an opportunity for a rededication of the partnership agreement.
At the ceremony, there will be a re-signing of the partnership with Virginia State University and now Holmes Middle School. We had an initial partnership signing and ceremony back in February of 1989, and now we are having one because we are a middle school and we wanted to orient the parents and the students to what our partnership was.
After performances by the band, orchestra, and choruses, scholarship winners were announced. In order to encourage students to pursue higher education, VSU provides 8th grade students at Holmes with scholarships.
In addition to the scholarships, Virginia State also provides a number of other services. A number of their alumni, their local alumni, serve as mentors. They are willing to serve as mentors to our children. We also have their admissions personnel to visit homes throughout the year and share admissions criteria and just what college life is all about. Students here go to Virginia State on overnight trips, day trips. We participate in a major math science program that is offered at Virginia State, which is a statewide program.
Virginia State University is located in Petersburg, Virginia, but the distance between the schools has not diminished the effectiveness of the partnership.
I think in terms of preparing teachers, which is one of the things we do at Virginia State University, to have young people from the various backgrounds that students have at an institution like Holmes Middle School is invaluable. And so even if we had had a school next door to us who was ready for this type of a partnership, that we could not have made a better choice than a school such as Holmes Middle School.
With a supportive group of teachers and parents behind them, students at Holmes Middle School are heading for a successful future. Through the middle school philosophy, the staff at Holmes is educating students and showing them that learning is a lifelong process. They are providing ways for students to continue their education and then make the successful transition into the work world. They are developing responsible, civic-minded citizens who care about others. For these students in the middle of their journey to adulthood, Holmes Middle School is the perfect vehicle to help send them on their way.